1, 2, 3, 4. When I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair. When I get the blues.
We have to count it at the same speed that we're going to play it.
Details.
So let's try that again.
Did I do that too fast?
Well, you went 1,
2, 1, 2, 3,
zoomed
4.
on. So it's like
okay.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4. When I get the blues, I get me a rocking chair.
The kick is whenever he says flip, we just hit
on the flip or after?
Right after the flip, so it's flip, bash.
Okay.
There's only 3 of them. It's after verse 2. You know, it's the beginning of every chorus. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But every time he says flip, we flip it. Right, if you can do it. Now.
I thought I did it.
Fine.
My intent was to do it.
Solos, well, we'll figure it out, but there should be probably 2,
Okay.
however you guys wanna. So there might be 3, don't worry about it, we'll do, but you designate whoever begins.
Okay.
Whoever starts the solo, finishes that one, sends it to the next one.
Okay.
You can't send it around, how many are you gonna do?
I just 2. I was asked Deb if she wanted.
God,
She
I'm
said
not
no.
ready.
So those 2 guys did.
She'll be ready Friday through. And, so onward, River Rising.
Okay, you have the first solo, I have the second solo, and Bart, you have the third. Fred, what this is I do a measure, a 4-bar measure, and then you come in for another 4-bar measure of E. You come in on the second bar. A second measure.
Second bar or second measure?
Second measure. So,
Yep.
When Deb goes into a solo, we all have to turn down a little bit because she plays it like in here. And last time, it was hard to pick up.
Okay.
I'll try to, crank it.
Crank it, yeah.
Okay.
My anxiety. You're laughing. Your eyes are laughing.
But after that, I do need
I
a
have a cookie. Actually, after this, I'm gonna get more champagne. All right. Ready? That's where you come in. It's a 4-beat.
No.
That's 2 bars.
Yeah, that's what you did.
That's 2 bars.
Yeah, that's 2 though.
Oh, is it? That's not the way I wrote it, but okay. It's 2.
It's okay. Go ahead and start it and we'll come in.
Oh, I see what you're doing. All right, cool. Oh, river rising, rising up to my knees. Oh, river rising, rising up to my knees.
stop, too.
Watch for the stop.
Stop.
Yes.
Oh,
You know when we stop playing at the end of verse 5?
Thanks.
well
You
done.
can, telegraph that.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I'll telegraph it.
Telegraphing with on stage performance is a good thing. It's not good if you're a pitcher who's telegraphing their curveball or something.
So there's
You're supposed to telegraph these things.
it's a stop on day and then the,
No.
No?
You go to the
Dreams.
right?
So
I'm
it's a-
not sure.
It's a stop on never, right?
It's never. Where the stop is?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not coding on the words.
It's A7. It's A7. Okay.
Or
Should be the bass.
My shattered dreams never saw light of day.
right?
Yep,
We're just stopping on never.
A7.
Okay.
I'm not getting a sense from your eyes that you are getting this.
Me?
Anybody.
I got it. Oh,
It wasn't your voice. Your eyes. Your eyes say no, don't that.
What I don't
I'm
have,
not saying that your brain gets it.
oh,
I know your brain gets it. Gee whiz, guys.
okay.
When did you ever think I was talking to your brains?
Oh, okay.
If the brains were all I needed to talk to,
It'd be
we
easy.
could have done this before.
Yeah. Probably.
and the E7, how are you ending that?
With an E7.
That I said that wrong, is on my mouth. Is the E7 E minor, E7? Or would you, you're just on E?
Something else. And it's
Okay, so we got, so there's 4 beats in the last measure. There are 4 beats, but he's doing 4 and I just go,
Let's do the last part.
okay.
Let's see if we
Do the last verse. We'll see if
do the whole last verse.
we'll see if our non-brains are working.
What part are you speaking to if you're not speaking to my brain?
Soul, man, soul.
There it is,
Soul,
there it is.
all right, my soul. Okay, I got it.
Actually, it's your heart. Blues is all about heart.
That's soul.
And not the girl band heart.
All right, so verse 5, huh? Wait, we're
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. it's Deborah's call, but
That did a ringing stop.
she did.
I did. I never thought about a different one. Let me think here a minute.
Show her the 2 stops. Do a ringy,
A ringing is.
but do if you do
You gotta do the line for me.
it
Okay, and the other.
Yeah, there's.
I like that better.
Dead stop,
That's not.
if that's what you want to call it. Is that typical that the dead stop is a preferred? Because then you know it's a stop.
Okay, that's not.
Then you get to hear the singer.
Right.
Also, it's cool if you stop rather than just kind of lie down. I mean, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, Old Love, I have a few questions I would like to go over with you.
I would love to hear them.
Okay, on the solos,
Yes.
when we did it last time, we went into like, you kind of went into like the second solo, and I don't, or the second solo go around at the end of the song.
Oh,
And I don't think that we're not gonna do that.
no, we're not.
Okay. All right, then, my other thing is, on the solos, I was gonna do one, he was gonna do another, but he's not here, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it off to you, and then you, I would like to do the F solo,
Yeah.
okay?
Whatever you say.
Well,
You're
okay.
the bare window of this entire
Okay, and
operation.
then, at the end, I have, 4 old loves.
Is that too many?
Well,
Is that not enough?
well, I think it is enough, because old love, just go on, old love, just leave me alone.
You can say that twice.
Well, oh, 2, and then with the then I was gonna go old love, old love. And the end.
Okay. Play your A minor chord. Up a little more. Second string up a bit. Second string, the other second string. And now your sixth string up a tad.
So at what point do we solos?
The other six too. Sorry. That was
What was it? Yeah, what was that sound?
What was what? This sounded like castanets.
Yeah.
Played the minor. Do it again.
What's that?
Do it louder.
Old love was never ending.
Where's that at? Where's that? Is that
That's you.
what's coming from there?
Well, yeah, that's your amp.
So when do the solos come from that? When do the solos
Let me
come?
fix the cabinet.
Where do the solos come
I've never heard
Especially that day.
I've never heard this before.
Is that a
Come on,
tube?
you've been modified.
Is that amp tubes?
No, it's not tubes.
Don't lean it against the thing and see if it rattles.
Hit it hard. Hit it hard.
It's
Now it sounds like a frog.
Yeah.
it's there a little
How much reverb do you have on there?
bit. Maybe that's part of the problem.
How much do you nice to know you can do that if you need to.
You have a loose spring in your reverb tank.
That must be it.
Eventually that's gonna go and you won't have reverb.
Okay,
Well, better have a loose spring than a loose screw.
that's true.
Well, that was wild.
We can fix that. On the other hand, maybe you should just leave it. That's how Clapton came up with the other things. All right, shall we? Just lead us. Wait, ready? Oh, hang on. So you're going.
What's the song called?
Old Love, it's from Unplugged. 1, 2. Right? So go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry, Bill. I tried to tune to you, but I can't, and that means bad juju. Just hang there.
That was wild.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Try that. All right, everybody tune now. We'll take 5 at a time. Make sure you're all tuning to the same thing.
Tune to
That
your
would be,
tuner.
your tuners should say 440. If they say 442,
Funny you mentioned that. That's happened.
oh, it happens all the time, dude.
And then it's like, why is this not happening?
Well, it's perfectly off.
Right.
Barry, you still have to tune 6-1, 2-3, 2-5, 4-3. You can't go down the thing like that. You don't have enough springs on your bridge. Barry?
You're sure, from it? You're too. Thanks. Thank you.
Sugar cookies. Sugar. You have to know what that's eerie.
You know, aliens wonder that about humans.
What kind of cookie they eat.
No. Why humans seem to need to say, I mean, like, here I am. What kind of cookie is this? Obvious, right? What other kind of cookie could it be?
Butter.
What's
Sugar,
the difference
butter,
between a
oh.
butter cookie and a sugar cookie?
Big butter doesn't have as much sugar in it. Sugar is a coating. When I make them,
America's Test Kitchen made a soft sugar cookie the other day. It was really cool.
How did they do it?
I don't know, they came up with some recipe that they could make it soft without, so it wouldn't be hard after you cooked it or baked it. It was really cool.
Right, because we like the soft baked.
well, I'm happy the aliens will understand now what the difference is.
No, aliens want to know the difference between a butter and a sugar cookie.
And why
You
would
say
we do it
that
then?
butter cookies have more butter than sugar cookies.
Yes,
And sugar cookies have more sugar than butter cookies.
it's profound, isn't it?
Well, it's a difficult, I mean, if you've never had a cookie at all, it's difficult to explain that.
What I wanna know is how do you know what aliens want?
Well, it's the same thing we
I retract my question. Just enjoy your food.
Everybody wants cookies.
Well,
It's just the definition of each individual cookie is different.
Yes.
Or what you consider cookies is different.
Try again.
This could get very
Good.
philosophical.
Good.
Because if somebody walks up to you and says, "I want your cookies, baby," that's a blues tune right there.
a first solo on this?
I can.
Marge, who has solos on this? You have one.
Okay.
Go ahead, take it.
Take one.
You didn't get one last time.
You
I
want
wonder Deborah if she wants one.
You want the song?
No, I'm working on that one for you.
I'll take the one.
You take one.
If,
Yeah.
Okay. What's on the bass or?
oh, no.
Okay.
When James comes back, I'll take it.
Yep.
No bass solos.
Be excited.
Unless we're doing my generation.
She got a game, left me to ride. She got a game, left me to ride.
5. Crazy about that, all that woman, all that woman on my no.
Yeah,
Do it the way you, I mean, I'm asking, I'm not telling.
okay,
Crazy about that, all that woman, all that woman on
yeah,
That's 4.
okay.
Okay. It's not 5 though.
So what course,
Well, I'm saying, if you're gonna do 5, let's do 5. If you're gonna do 4, let's do 4. Darling, oh, it's 5.
five?
All right, 5 it is.
Five is that.
Write the number 5 down or put a star down there to remind you. 5 wax. That was too slow, I think.
Yeah, that was correct, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with
Needs to be a little snappier.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Qu'est-ce que c'est snappy?
Perhaps the drum can, with the sticks can,
Snap it?
yeah.
We get about 10% adrenaline jump, so that should do it. Okay.
Say last, that last line repeat.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah, because
Oh, okay,
it
I,
used to be like this, but we put a line in between.
all right.
You know what, I'll make for the,
Well,
for next time
I'll fix it, but, on the second to last line, there is no flat, correct? Just on the last,
yeah,
on the last, all right.
yeah, that's correct, yeah.
I'd like to have a texture change in the bridge. It only happens once. What do you got?
What do you mean, like E flat, D flat?
Yeah, I'm asking you to play that section differently than the others.
Okay. How would you like to play different?
I would just like,
Something different.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good idea.
It's just strong behind it.
I'm gonna,
You just don't, whatever.
Something different.
No, I mean, we need something different. We gotta have a texture change there.
Here's,
Yes.
So,
Okay.
What are we talking about on the phone?
in the bridge,
Yeah?
when you go, I love my baby, she's so fine, I wish she'd come over and,
Sometime?
see me sometime. No, it's Mae West, right?
Okay.
Different texture, different strum pattern, different
Why
something.
don't you come up and,
We need something more,
not from you,
Okay.
we need to make
that
a
was the
texture
one,
change.
second one.
Okay,
Approach it different.
yeah,
Look for the holes.
okay. No, makes sense.
Sunrise, it's you part. We got high, I wanted to touch the sky. But why the tears there? Tell you why. It's all too beautiful. It's all too
no,
Forget
just,
about
See,
that.
that's the class.
That's this one was like.
It's just thrilling to be able to do
I just wanna know,
under any
I'm
circumstance.
gonna try to print it, but.
But
I
when
just wanna be
normally
able
can
to,
you ever bring it up in the conversation?
have the lyrics and stuff.
Unless you're doing like small faces and what happened to them, and why Rod Stewart was the best and worst thing that ever happened to them at the same time. Right? Having Rod Stewart show up in your band is like having Ghost Rider show up when you ask for help. But you're just wondering if maybe you should have
Rod?
shut up and taken it.
He must have an album or something coming out, I've seen him in
Well,
my.
He's got an album on Hanukkah too that's coming out. It's awesome.
Really, Rod?
Rod, yeah.
Oh,
He converted.
What does that do for your
It helped young tolerance,
tolerance, okay?
because it's so different from what I was used to. That I was so far away from home, that I had to be tolerant of the difference.
Okay. And, but what did that do for your deeply held beliefs?
It didn't challenge my beliefs, it broadened them. I mean,
Broadened.
it broadened.
Okay. Anybody else?
To piggyback on that, I appreciate the diversity, really love fast food. Haggis is disgusting.
I feel like deeply held beliefs are still room to be questioned and looked at, and like they're not rigid. You know, that they can grow and change a little bit inside you. And so for me, it makes me relook at those and either approach them in a new way or become stronger in them. But it makes me look at them again, not take them for granted.
I think the problem is that we're open to that, whereas if you're dealing with children who may not be open to that concept and looking at something different, that's where I think, how do you begin to get them to be open to question what they believe? Because to accept, okay, this is what I believe, this is what you believe, is easy for us to say maybe as adults, maybe it's not, but for children, it's not necessarily something that they've had to face.
Adding to that, it's actually experience that I've had is that it's not just the student but also the parents or the family, and trying to broaden beliefs or be open-minded to certain things very much butts heads with family beliefs, and there's like room for trouble there.
Here and then,
I'm not gonna disagree a little bit. I feel like sometimes the more contact we have with the other, it sort of can strengthen your strongly held ideals and beliefs, and they don't change.
so just expand on that a little bit. Why do you think that that's true? How do you think that's true?
So I think sometimes I think it depends on what process you're in with contact with the other, right? Like I think if you have a shortened contact or you could see things from your own lens still and not broaden that out and say, okay, we'll see, this is why I believe what I believe because look how it works here, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And I think it can somewhat keep you in that space.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I kind of disagree a little bit, only because it made me realize what's important, what's not important. You know, what do I take for granted? You know, things like that. So I started to change my thought process and realize, maybe this isn't so important today. When you see how other people, you know.
I think one other thought of working with Kate and doing arts integration over the years, one of the things that Kate talked about a lot was how when you're collaborating with a classroom teacher, that idea of compromising is important, but also to have two people who are really strong in their curriculums. Like I know performance, I know dance and theater, and I want to work with a teacher who knows their curriculum and who's passionate about it, and that there'll be some compromise, but also some conflict there. And so I think about that too, with this idea of deep personal beliefs and going into a place where it's different, of like students having a space where they can experience healthy conflict or healthy
Generative tension, that's our old phrase.
Right, that's nice.
It's a big word.
Okay, but, okay, good. I'm really glad you drew it back into just something as exactly what we're doing here. You don't have to go halfway around the world to have something challenge deeply held beliefs, whether you're a student or you're an adult. And I think all of us have room to grow in terms of open-mindedness regarding that. No one's asking anybody to change their deeply held beliefs. But I do think that the MYP, in the thought process of inquiry, always asks us to question why we believe what we believe. And that's not a bad thing, but rather it requires us to rely on more than, oh, because I've always done it that way. And there's maybe nothing wrong with doing it that way, but they should know more about, and I'm just going to pick on teaching, you know, well, I'll be like Calvin. I've always given that test. They've always done well. My scores are always good. I believe firmly that kids should take a test every Friday. It's my deeply, not mine, but, okay, that's my deeply held belief. So how do we generate, and I think that's a very good question, because I think it's one of the goals of the MYP, and it is that tension of developing a healthy way of questioning. Really, I mean, I have 5 boys, and I know. Don't mess with me. But seriously, I've always told them, you know, question everything, because you may learn something. Don't ever just take something for granted. And, you know, it actually has served them well. It hasn't really gotten them into trouble. But it really has served them well in that they really have become true inquirers. And when they all get together, all 5 of them, and they're old, they have some pretty amazing, raucous conflict. Because they all, believe it or not, even growing up in the same household, they all have different, deeply held beliefs about things. It's really interesting. And, but what it does is somebody will say something and they're going, well, what are you basing that on? They're going, okay, you're out of the conversation. I mean, you know, they're just like, because we need to teach kids, we need to base things on something. So good question, where that came from. How do I convey this to my teachers so they understand facilitator inquiry-based learner? I don't know what this means. What did this plan teacher?
How do we teach teachers? How do we convey to teachers the importance and then how to facilitate inquiry-based learning in the classroom?
Oh, wow. What do you guys think? What are some ideas that you have about that? How do we convey to teachers the importance of an inquiry-based setting? Do it with them.
It has to be a priority in school for teachers to prioritize.
So it needs to become a priority. And how do teachers learn to be inquiry-based teachers and facilitators of inquiry? How do they learn that?
They have to have their own inquiries, and those inquiries have to be validated by us, so that they know that it's okay to be curious about their own teaching practice and about what they want kids to learn.
I know science and science teacher, and science is based on inquiry. And when I relay that message to my students, I start off with a question, and using the essential question for the unit, that's a perfect tie-in to maybe activate the prior knowledge and base your lessons on inquiry. You know, if you're a student that likes to investigate the scientific experiments, or is using an essential question in a unit, you can always base it on your inquiry. So it kind of balances out in the lessons.
We do a lot of scripting, like just have someone observe your lesson, and how many times are you answering a question if you could answer, or they could have another question, and just kind of taking note of exactly what's said, and you start to hear yourself, and start to realize that you can move towards more questioning. It's not a whole scale. It's not going to happen all right away.
I think teachers need to have a model form, so I would take this teacher and I would bring other teachers into her room so they could see the success of the process and how it works and how the children react to it, so they're more comfortable and they have a place to go and get tools to do it themselves.
I the only problem I have with what we're saying in terms of what we need the teachers to be more inquiry-based learners is that if the teacher is jaded or not happy or in a situation where they feel that they are not allowed to be as creative in the classroom, you can model all of them. And if that teacher has gotten out of the habit of being an inquirer, that teacher's not going to promote that in the classroom. And I guess to answer that question, one will have to find ways to rekindle that curiosity for the teacher. The teacher has got to be compelled to want to bring about a questioning process for the student because they want to be part of that questioning process. So I guess I would want to answer the question of how do you motivate teachers who are not motivated.
Exactly. I feel like the most tired teachers are those who are not using. They're trying to do it all, answer everything, provide everything, and the more you step towards inquiry, you become letting go a little bit, and you won't be burnt out at the end of the day. So if you start to see that or try it in just one aspect of your teaching, not every subject, maybe you get rid of a little bit of that burnt out feeling.
The safe, just the safe space idea we were talking about earlier, of, and I think, I don't know,